We are back again. It was America election, and everybody was on that. I myself was on it. I was following it, the both sides. From the beginning, I was following the America election, all the debates and stuff. It was nice, all the debates and them I was following it. I would like Dominica, we could have debates between or among the parties. So interesting. And we have a lot of things to go on. We have a lot of videos to do. So you will get a lot of videos. It's just because of the election that I just take a pause for the election in America. So that is the reason why I did not have anything new coming. So we have 109 million euro. You must listen properly. 109 million euro. You know, our people is investigating that in Malaysia, right? So it about 109 million euro. They are investigating. We have names already. We have a lot of information already, but we're missing some other information. So it might take a little time, but we are working. We're trying to get all the information, everything together. 109 million euro. We are investigating in Malaysia right now, and from March 2021. Dominica passport is going to change, which means that we're going to have a chip in our passport like the European and the American. We're going to have a chip in our passport, so you don't have to open it, we're just going to scan it. So which means now it's going to have problem in selling passports. So Dominica, I always tell you, Dominica is going to get worse and worse and worse. The information that we're getting from the people who are running the country, I do not believe it, because I do not trust them. I do not trust them. So we are in Petite Savanne today, and it's had a lot of rain. So we just come there to see the people who are living there, if they are safe, if they have any landslide, anything. So we are in Petite Savanne presently. So we're going to spin around Petite Savanne to see if we can see any landslide. Any landslide in Petite Savanne. Alright. So we are still in the same section. I just cannot recall this area name. Either. So we are in this section, as you can see. Imagine you have all these big houses in Petite Savanne, safe and secure, for them to give you some kind of houses in Bellevue, they call apartments. And the people have been complaining, and I have to go to Bellevue because you have woodens, house cracking, tiles coming up. Because I understood in the next 4 years, they will not have what they call an apartment house in Bellevue. So I have to go to Bellevue and see what is happening. So far in this section there, in this section, there is no landslide. There is no landslide, there is no threat to nobody in Petite Savanne. Alright? Nobody in Petite Savanne. But it's hurting to see that you leave your big house like this in Petite Savanne, they actually run you away from your house to give you some kind of apartments, they say. Some kind of apartments in Bellevue. Yeah, and the place is safe and secure. Safe and secure. Yeah. So we're going to continue. We're going to move around Petite Savanne to see the different areas, to see if we can see any landslide. Any landslide in Petite Savanne, because we are in a landslide all about the world, including the Caribbean, like Jamaica. You know, so I just come there and see, to show the world how it look like. Show the world, so that the people can see. The people can see where they are. Yeah, they can identify their village. Yeah. Show the world their village, right? Yeah. Okay. So far in Petite Savanne, I haven't seen any landslide in Petite Savanne. Not one landslide. So I don't know what is happening. So what is the reason why you think? What is the reason why you think that it had landslide in Petite Savanne, and what do you think of what is happening now? Because there is no landslide in Petite Savanne. So what do you think about that?
Well, I think that was a wrong decision of closing the village, because abandon the village, because 5 years I still living in Petite Savanne, rain falling, and I haven't seen no landslide yet. Up to now, I hear landslide running all around Dominica, falling all
yeah,
around.
Dominica, all about Jamaica, all about
landslide. And Petite Savanne is safe.
Yeah, because you see, we spin around Petite Savanne, we don't see no landslide.
No landslide.
No landslide. So I don't see why they have to evacuate the entire village for a couple landslide because you had a rain, so much rain in the village.
But you know, disaster happen all around the world.
Yeah, everywhere.
In earthquake, in volcano, in floods, and that's what you will get in all around the world. But you never heard no country evacuate no village and bring the people poor.
No,
because people from Petite Savanne know all what they have in Petite Savanne, you know.
Yeah.
That's what they.
Because that's what
and
they
up to now they relocate them to Belleville, and they still coming up Petite Savanne to make a day's work in Belleville and thing for them to pay their bills at Belleville.
Yeah, because I have to go to Belleville because they call me to come to Belleville because you have woodens entering the house, you have concrete bursting.
Right.
You cannot take your hand and just hold a piece of concrete and just take it out. First time I hear in that. So I don't know what kind of a cheap house they do for the people there, you know, and no strong because I see they have some nice big lovely houses in Petite Savanne. So I cannot understand what are happening for them to run you away from your big houses to put you in some kind of thing where you have woodens coming inside, where you have the houses cracked all over already, and the houses, the ceiling are bursting. I have to go there. I will show the world. I will show the world the house. Yeah, the house is there. What they call the apartments in Belleville, I will show the world. I hearing some people cannot get light. When they went and put light, Dominica telling them is nine names they get for light. The government send 9 names for them. So it just have the people in a mess. So I don't know why they should have to evacuate the people. And all this rain have been falling and there is no landslide in Petite Savanne. Anybody can come and take a drive Petite Savanne. There is no landslide in Petite Savanne. So what is the final word?
Well, for me myself, that evacuation didn't do good to me.
Yeah.
Because my whole property in Petite Savanne is on that I was living. I am a builder. But remember when you close the village, and I am getting old. I am getting old, so I set up myself for me to live on something else. I had a wholesale license, I was selling cement for the whole south, all that gone.
Yeah.
I have my certificate of title, I cannot go and face no bank with it. That's what I used to send my children and study in America and Cuba.
So they actually destroy your living?
They destroy my living.
Yeah.
And up to now, nobody haven't called me and tell me, okay, Mr. Laurent, look at $5,000 so your wife can start a business somewhere where you put in us. Up to now, they send us in Belleville, and we haven't got nowhere to do anything.
Yeah, so it's like they just putting you in a little cell, they just cripple your life.
So if I don't come up to Petite Savanne and do whatever I have to do on my land, on my field of belief, I just cannot live.
Okay. Well, it's a sad story. So we're going to continue around the village. So we have done 90% of the village already, and we haven't seen any landslide. So we are going to continue. And I thank you for your point of view. All right. And I hope the world will understand your situation. All right. And if the government can do something for you, in the way you want to, because they cannot force you to live where you do not want to live. All right. And they're supposed to give you light and water where you agree for you to live. Because if Petite Savanne is safe and there is no landslide, and landslide is all around the Caribbean countries right now, things are happening, flooding, and there is no flooding in Petite Savanne. So we're going to continue checking and to see if we can meet some other people to give their point of view towards what are happening right now.
To my part, when I observe that the government just abandoned the whole south.
Yeah, actually, I feel the same thing too. The government, scared himself, just abandoned the south. He had no interest for the south because there is no capital project. There is nothing. It's like an abandoned property, right?
Yeah.
And right now, we the people, we have to take a stand because Bagatelle and Petite Savanne, present where we are right now, is part of Dominica. And in Canada, we have 6 people living in a village. And the Canadian government give them everything. They have everything. So if you have more than that actually living in Petite Savanne, you're supposed to think now to give them what they need. Light, water, because you can't force them to go anywhere you want them to go. You understand? Because they have a common sense to see if there is safe and there is not safe. Because the entire village of Petite Savanne cannot be unsafe. Never. You have anything to add on?
Well, when I look at it, that abandon of the village of Petite Savanne didn't do the people well. Because nobody have anything. Civil servants that work in under government having their little salary, that's all they have. But what about the rest of the community that didn't have anything? They used to live on their land and whatever they had.
Yeah, so they are sitting in a house and getting old and died.
Sitting in a house and what you pay in your bills at the end of the month.
Right. It's like they bring in the country backward, like they cripple in the country, they put in the country dependent. Right? So if you can't pay your light bill, you have to go to them and tell them, sir, mister, I can't pay my light bill. So that is not like that the country cannot move forward by putting the country dependent. The country can only move forward by putting the country independent. Each and every single person, they want to be independent. They want to have all their money. They can just go and buy a car, do this, do that, travel when they want. But they don't want you to be independent. They want you to be dependent. Anything you want, you have to come to them like a little child. Right?
But the government take out all the value of my assets, what I had. I have a piece of land more than the covenant covered with belief. I have a title fairly to well surveyed that was around $200,000. And I cannot go nowhere with that. And that's the way my pal rep and my prime minister put me living. And the government, the labor government, that's the way they put me living in Petite Savanne.
That's the way they want the entire...
Without no asset. And they abandoned the road from Bagatelle to Petite Savanne. When rainfall in, we cannot cross the river to go nowhere.
That is the one, that is the way they want, they want to design the country to be dependent. You cannot talk, you have got your freedom of speech. When they're wrong, you cannot tell them they're wrong. So that is the way they want it. They feel like they have the power over you. You understand? They're controlling you. So anyway, we come to Petite Savanne to discover if it have any landslide in Petite Savanne, to see the situation in Petite Savanne. And it was nice talking to you. You know, you put some extra feelings to the vibes, right? So I respect that and I do appreciate that. So we have come to a conclusion of our tour in Petite Savanne, and there was no landslide. No landslide that I could show you. Nothing. So give them a view of Petite Savanne. Give them a view of that section in Petite Savanne down there. Yeah. Give them the view of Petite Savanne. This is the section down there. Down the Petite Savanne. Alright. Yeah. So there was nothing to show. Petite Savanne is safe and secure. Praise the Lord. Alright. So Dominica is in a crisis. There is no money for the Bagatelle Bridge. There is no money for now for the Ararak's House of Culture. The contractors have been waiting for the money and there is no money. There is no money for the Geneva playing field, the $500,000 that was promised. The contractor have been waiting for the money to start the Pocasset to Cassibus. I understood that the government have to start the project for the World Bank to come in. And there is no money for that. The fishermen in Stowe have been waiting for their engine, which they were promised engine and boat. There is no money. So you see, so the image that they want to put that Dominica is good, everything is going okay, that is just fake news. That is just a brainwash. Check the amount of things that I just called, and there is 100 more. So Dominica is in a crisis, my people. Do not believe all the false images you see in. You can remember they show you Roseau was going to be like Las Vegas. You can remember that? They show you that Roseau was going to be like Las Vegas. And up to now, people are still falling down in drain. People are still falling down in drain and breaking their foot. And right now they're showing you an airport like Dubai airport. An airport like Dubai, rich country airport. So, my people, pas écouter ça. Ça c'est l'esprit yo ka jouer veille. L'esprit, parce que depuis l'élection, pour à présent, pays a pas quoi côté. Dominica not even make one step forward. It's a brainwash and a brainwash. We have to keep this story. The $1.2 billion, that is what we have to talk about. The reform for the election, we have to continue talking about it. And only false image they're showing there, pack it. It is a brainwash. It is to forget the real story of the country, and to talk about a brainwash. I will not talk about it. It's a brainwash. Let us talk about his story. Let us hold him accountable for his words, for his false promises. Let us hold him there.